Congratulations, the perfect start to the season carries on. 5 wins from 5, must be delighted.
Yeah, we are very delighted with the performance and with the results as well. I think that's the spirit we need to keep for the whole season.
Aston Villa seemed like they started off very intensely, very aggressively. You had so many chances in that first half. Was the key just to stay patient?
Yeah, we needed to keep patient, and yeah, I think not just in this game. I think in the last game against Fulham we need to be patient, and yeah, we deserved the win, and yeah, we got the 3 points, and very happy for it.
You conceded the goal, the equaliser. You went ahead again within about 2 minutes. That sort of response, you've shown that 2 games in a row now.
Yeah, of course, we always try to score, and we conceded a goal in the set pieces, and yeah, we were a bit upset, but we went for it again, and we scored another goal, and yeah, that's the mentality we need to have.
Gabriel Jesus coming into the front line this season seems to have made a real impact. How much easier does it make your job up front?
So much easier. That guy is a beast. He's anywhere. He's everywhere on the pitch, and we are so happy with him and like to have him here.
And the crowd here, everybody that's been to a game at the Emirates this season has said how loud it is, how intense the crowd is. How much does that intensity off the pitch help your intensity on it?
They are helping us a lot, and we are just trying to make them proud.
Well done tonight.
Thank you.
Danny's right with his question there. The fans are right behind the team just now, aren't they?
Well, we talked before, didn't we, about the game, saying that when you've got players that you can believe in, then it's a two-way thing. The players have got to do things on the pitch that make the fans believe in them, and they're certainly doing that. And then it's this perfect marriage, and the atmosphere again was quite magnificent again tonight. And you need that, of course, when you, as they did at the weekend, go a goal down, and today when Villa went level, they respond. And it becomes a really good atmosphere for those players to play. And it got a little bit toxic around the end of the Wenger years. Now we're looking at, stepping on from Emery, and now it's Arteta. It's really his team. Yeah. And there's a belief that's forming, but it comes from those front players that Arsenal have. They give all those players the belief that we can get it into those guys, they'll score the necessary goals.
Just wonder if the Arsenal of the last 2 seasons, would they have found a way to win like they did tonight, even against Fulham at the weekend?
Well, I think that the character of Arsenal has always been the question mark, the massive question mark, for all the way from Martin's days where you really saw that grit of Arsenal. I think you're seeing that now. They come back at the weekend from Fulham. They responded today straight away within a minute, of the equaliser. So that character's running all the way through the team. It starts from Jesus, relentless pressing up front. Martinelli works hard. Saka works hard. And then you've got the midfield with people like Saka in there. So I love to see the character of the team in Arsenal. And I think that's going to, bode well for them throughout the season.
Those battling qualities they talk about on Arsenal, did you see a bit more of that from Villa in the second half, Gabby? What you were crying out for?
Yeah, I did see it. Aston Villa second half, they were throwing their bodies, making blocks. Mings, Konsa making blocks in the second half. And even in possession, they were more brave. You saw them keeping the ball, trying to create opportunities. I love the moment where Jacob Ramsey ran through the middle. That's what I've been calling for. He gives it to Bailey, he shoots, saved and out for a corner. So it was better from Aston Villa second half. But Steven Gerrard are going to want to see it in 90 minutes, not just 45. But hopefully next game against Manchester City, they can take that second half into that game and do better.
And that run you talked about, that led eventually to the first and second corner that Douglas Luiz then scores directly from and gives Villa so much hope at this point.
Yeah, 100%. He's done this in training before the Bolton game in the Carabao Cup. And
then he did it against Bolton.
And he's done it against Bolton. It's something that they'll be practising on. He's done it again. And you've got to look at Ramsdale, haven't you, Martin? He's got to be in front of Kamara there and not get bullied by a midfielder.
But it's a great corner, though. Is that even a question in your mind, Martin?
Well, for all of that, I'm shouting, screaming before it comes in, near post. We need a player at the near post. Because, I think they only conceded 3 goals from the whole of last season from corners. But you do need a player in there because eventually it's going to be whipped in there, and that's what happened tonight.
I used to have that job as a striker, and Kamara's done his job there. Yeah. Be a pest, be difficult for the goalkeeper. It's up to Ramsdale to bully him and get the other side of him. It's not a foul. I think Kamara's done his job there. and got Villa back into the game.
From this angle, it does look like Kamara does have his arms slightly round Ramsdale, but it's not enough.
It's just the wrong side. He's caught wrong side there. But I do feel that's position might be something they'll look at. They go through it to find details. I say they've been excellent in that area. So I expect them maybe to make an adjustment, because that you can get undone just with one. No matter all the marking that goes on, one ball has beaten everybody.
It does look like Tomiyasu is about to drop back on that near post, then just doesn't compete for the ball.
Well, maybe he's come off the bench. You know, he's got a different set of instructions. If that's Ben White, maybe he's more attuned to that. You know, that may be the situation. But nonetheless, it was a soft goal for Arsenal to concede.
Then Villa need to consolidate, don't they? Hold on for a bit. 2.5 minutes later, Gabby, and they're behind in the match again.
Yeah, I think, you know, you've done so well to get the equaliser. What do? You know, we were talking about it, weren't we, with that drop back, maybe get into a 4-5-1, but it's too easy here for Martinelli. You know, Matty Cash, got to get closer to him, stop that pass into Tomiyasu there. Then he gives it back to Saka. And can Matty Cash look at Martinelli? He's not looking at Martinelli. He's just standing at the back post, not looking. Goalkeeper can do better for me. Martin might disagree, but Matty Cash has to look at his man in the box. You know, he's looking at nobody. You look here again now when Saka gets the ball, puts it into the back post. Martinelli can't be free like this.
It's brilliant from Arsenal. We'll come back to Saka and the finish in a moment. Amy, what do you think on the goalkeeper?
I mean, you don't have to be a goalkeeper expert to know he's got to do better there. If you're getting a hand to that, you've got to have a stronger wrist. He's had a poor game today, Martinez. You know, the first goal, he's got to hold on to that. It's spilled out. Even if you're going to spill it wide. Yeah. It's come out to it, and then I think he's got to save that. He's got to either push that out and keep the ball alive. But I think he's had a poor game today.
He was outstanding last season as well. Martinez.
Yeah, he was a standout, goalkeeper, one of them in the Premier League. But maybe as he got a bit too excited of his good form last season, not doing the basics. But we look at this again, like Matty Cash can get tighter. And Martin, you played with a lot of top right backs. Would you expect your right back to be looking at Martinelli here? Look at him now.
Of course.
Look now.
Mings has got to get tighter. You don't drop into the goal. Any young defenders watching now, you've got to go. It's almost like you grasp the nettle. You don't get stung. You've got to get in there and mark properly. And he just backs away. It's a wonderful finish. And you have to say Saka there. Brilliant. I mean, that's the difference now from an Arsenal point of view. The decision-making under pressure and the quality that Arsenal have was so much better than Aston Villa. Aston Villa can't get into that area with the quality they have to do that sort of thing, but Arsenal can do it in a moment.
It's the quality in reserve as well. Players are coming on who are making impacts now. The whole squad feels that much stronger from last season, doesn't it?
Well, I'm going to mention Lokonga today because he's come in, he's done a really good job. Xhaka in midfield, now playing one of the best games I've seen him play in an Arsenal shirt. So everybody is stepping up. Tierney, no one's talking about Zinchenko tonight because of the way that Tierney comes in and fills in the way he did.
OK, we can hear from the Arsenal manager now. Mikel Arteta is with Danny.
Well, congratulations, 5 wins from 5. What are your thoughts on your performance tonight?
Well, really happy with the results. So tough to win in this league. I think the first half was probably one of the best we've played. We could have scored 3, 4, 5. We didn't kill the game, and then in this league the game is alive. In the second half, obviously, the game was a fight. They really stretch you. They play really directly. There's a lot of second balls, actions, fouls. And it became a little bit of a transitional game where you don't finish the actions when you have spaces to attack, and they're going to come at you. And without really allowing anything to them in one corner, we concede the goal, and then it's game on again. But I think the team reacted again incredibly well, and I think we deserve to win again.
What did you say to them at half-time? The first half seemed quite an aggressive approach from Aston Villa. Had so many chances without scoring.
That was over. That now we were going to expect they were going to do something for sure. They were going to change formation or players, and we had to expect a completely different game. We didn't kill it, so we had to keep playing the way we were playing, keep dominating the game, playing our game, and continue to have a lot of discipline, because they have players that they can really hurt you when they have a space.
It's the second home game in a row where you've really responded to the opposition scoring. You must be quite proud of the response from your players.
Again, I think obviously the reaction that we had push you with the level of belief that we need after a disappointment, which is conceding a goal without really conceding anything in the game. But we carry on. We scored. The crowd again was magnificent, I thought, tonight, so really happy.
I have to ask about Martin Odegaard. Came off. How is he? It looked like he may have come off second best to the challenge from John McGinn.
Yes, he was in pain. Let's assess him, but he had a little bit of pain obviously after that harsh challenge.
These sorts of wins, same as Fulham, where it's gritty, it's attritional, it's physical, these are different kinds of wins that this Arsenal team are putting together. It's a different side to your team.
Yeah, it could have been very different tonight, but obviously when the game turns in that way, you have to have the tools, the character, the resilience to respond to that, and I think the team did it again.
And it's 5 from 5, a perfect start. How much further do you think you can take this run?
Prepare the next one and go to Old Trafford and focusing on the performance, playing well, and the right to win the game.
Well done tonight.
Thank you.
Martin, a pretty fair assessment. Could have been more. Villa stayed in the game, but they found a way.
They did. And I shared his concern. All those opportunities created, only one goal. That was always the problem for an Arsenal team. I thought they actually a little bit tired. Then the substitutes came to the rescue. Again, we're talking about them. And Keown, I mean, he's a player that's, I saw him at the weekend and he just seems to get better and better. I mean, a fan's favourite because he's trying to run into the channel and it opened the game up again and Holding coming on. So everything's going beautifully well for Arsenal right now.
They played really well in the first half too, and Gabriel Jesus with yet another goal now. 3 goals, 3 assists already in his Arsenal career.
Yeah, we talked about Jesus before the game. He's coming from a Man City team that have won so much, and he's the leader in the team now. He's confident, and he's just an archetypal striker. He stays alive here, first to it, gets in front of Mings, and then finishes it. But this is someone on form. He's already scored, as you said, twice. This is his 3rd, and he's got assists as well. But his work rate off the ball as well is what keeps him alive. He's a real driver of this team. Yeah, great goal. But again, I think Martinez has got to do better there. Yeah,
Gabby, you have said the goalkeeper should do better, but just focusing on Arsenal right here, is he the type of player that can drag them up to that next level?